All right. So to get more customers, you've got two things that you need to be working on. And they're not necessarily mutually exclusive. You know, some of what you do in the lead gen can also help in the conversion and vice versa. But it's just, it really helps to be clear on what your objective is. So if you're looking at lead generation, so first of all, I want to say this, best form of any lead coming to you is your word of mouth referral. No doubt about it. It converts the easiest, etc., etc. However, every single business I've ever met who that is their only way of generating new business, they end up in a situation where they start battling because your competitors are not sitting back waiting for word of mouth. They are actively marketing, actively seeking the leads and your potential client. So you want it, and the word of mouth in my world and my thinking is your cream. It comes from doing good business. Of course, that's what you want, but that must be the cream. That's not marketing. It's not sales. Okay. So if you're looking at your lead generation, you know, the stages in it. So one of the things, like Cindy was talking about, what about the Survey Monkey? Most certainly, but be clear in terms of what you want to achieve with it. And don't try and achieve too many things in one go with it. So if, for example, you are looking to collect database and you're looking to collect names and details of people, a monkey survey could be a very nice way of doing it. You can use monkey surveys for reasons in terms of also engagement of your clients. There are a number of different uses that you can put monkey survey to. But at the end of the day, monkey survey becomes a way to create a lead generator. It could also be a way of creating engagement, which goes more to conversion. So if we were to talk about, so far we've put networking on the table as a strategy. We've put social media on the page as a strategy. And I'm going to ask Annie to jump in here because Annie drives our social media and is doing a fantastic job with it. And just so she can share with you some of her experiences on social media and what works and what doesn't work. Now, I must say this to you, that social media is not really a huge lead gen for us. Okay, we don't get people phoning us because they've seen us on a Facebook post. But what happens is, I think statistically, people need to see you, help me out here, 13 or 14 times before they actually interact with you. So you want to have it packaged very nicely so that perhaps they see you on social media, then they drive past you, and then they, you know, they receive an email from she's, you know, because it starts engaging the RAS. So social media on its own works really well in the beauty industry for lead gen. It doesn't so much for us, although Annie will share with you what, you know, the sort of things that we're doing to turn from actually getting just people phoning in to actually getting database built from it. So there are different ways and reasons for you to use it. But the main point is this, is that one can't just write it off because that's not where we will get our business from, because it's part of our awareness program. And it's when people see you and then they see you and then it's like, and if there hadn't been the Facebook post that they'd seen that morning, they probably wouldn't even notice your car when it comes back. But because because your prospect is seeing visual images that are similar, they start, oh, okay, and there it is again. So it's not always about that you're going to get the phone ringing off the hook. So we want a combination of the ones that make the phone ring as well, which is more sort of almost sales, as well as the ones that are more brand building, if I can put it that way, awareness. So anyway, I think it'll be useful if you could share some of your experiences and what you found has worked or not worked on the social media platform.
Perfect. Yeah, but I definitely have to just what you said is like you need to be clear on what you want to achieve by that. So whether it is monkey survey or database building, because everything does hold merit in what you're going to be putting out there. So obviously being clear on who you are as a brand, your vision, mission, everything like that, because that needs to then flow into your whole marketing, your website, every strategy that you're going to be implementing in your business. So for us, we use Facebook, of course, LinkedIn, Meetup, Instagram, Google My Business, Google Analytics, and it's really more about getting people to know you, getting to know who you are, and what messages you're putting out there. And it's definitely about consistency, and also just to be aware that the analytics change all the time. Your algorithms change all the time, so you need to be adapting. I think twice a day they change the analytics, which is quite a scary statistic, but it just means it gives you an opportunity to look at it better. And then we do use networking as well, so we are active on BNI and Rotary, and it is building those relationships. So I mean, I don't mind to share my screen with them, Shirley, if you want to give me the capability, then I can just do that quickly. And while Shirley does that, on the networking side, because I'm very much like that, everyone's so disengaged nowadays. You want to be able to build those personal relationships with people, because that's how you're going to be having them as long-term clients and having real people, real results, like we speak about. But it's quite like dating. You're not just going to be putting your CV out there and hoping that they'll be engaging and buying your products, or taking you out for coffee and a lunch. So it is about what you're going to be putting in and the consistency thereof. I mean, BNI, if Tracy, if you say you and BNI as well, you'll know how it is. Your one-on-ones, getting to know people on a personal basis, that's critical, non-essentials. Even building a file for that, the networking is really important. So let me just share my screen. I've go in every month. It's part of my default diary to ensure that I work on our marketing calendar. So I put a whole month ahead. I'll look at what's coming up in August, what was a general theme or feel around the market. I'll ask Shirley and the other coaches to assist me if there's anything specific. And then we want to know what we want to be achieving with each post. It's not just about asking and doing business with me, but you want to be adding value with everything that you're posting out. So I plan it out ahead and I pre-schedule as much as I can. Facebook does allow you to pre-schedule. I don't think there's actually a limit in advance. I pre-schedule the whole month, but this would be my first go-to. This is my calendar for the whole month that I'll set aside. Different links that will go to our website. So you need to then be clear on what you want them to achieve. So whether it's a business health check that they're going to take, there's free ebooks that they can download. We've got events. There's sign up for the newsletter, which is our way of database building, client testimonials, marketing test. I post articles on our website and then share those throughout the month, but also specific themes. So it sort of runs a story throughout the whole month of August. And then from there on, just different quotes, different tips, almost real business tips with real stuff that they can take value from and actually be able to implement or make them want to engage with you. So it's not about you when you market, it's all about them and what you can do for them. And this then goes out a month beforehand. So you want to be ahead of the game. Otherwise, comes Monday morning, you're like, what am I going to be posting today? And it's just that roller coaster and bull ride that you never seem to be getting off. So you want to be doing that consistently and ahead of time. And I'll remind myself, because you can't do everything pre-scheduled either because of the algorithms. Facebook doesn't put it in front of your audience, so a lot of your posts, or twice a week at least, needs to be organic, more posting on the day, so that your reach can be that much more. And all of this needs to work together, almost like a woven mat. So all of the links that you're using, your Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Google My Business, Meetup, it's really about building that community and audience and wanting to engage with people. So if you are going to be on the social media, I would also encourage you, if there's any potential clients that you want and you want to sign them up, engage with them specifically, like their posts, comment. We don't really use Facebook so much for that. That's really just for awareness. LinkedIn is more, you will get more quality from that and really focus on building relationships with people. It is a bit harder when it comes to online, and we definitely prefer in person. But even during lockdown, you can still schedule a coffee with someone if they're in your area. There is social distancing protocols in place, so there's always a way for that. But I think that was about it, Shirley. If there's anything specific.
And to Cindy's point, we use Canva.
A lot.
And, yeah, that's how Annie draws up most of her posts. And you know what we're very mindful of, we don't want to be adding to the Facebook noise. So we want to be adding real value, but it's got to all be aligned so that it's not just random posts going of something we just thought of. So, you know, we're very mindful of adding value to that community. And for us, possibly like your business, Cindy, and Jürgen too, very much, it's not the sort of business like Tracy's business, you'll get business off it. You know, ours is more awareness and brand building and building trust within our markets. It's not a costly way of doing marketing. It really doesn't cost a lot. We don't boost posts. We have in the past, but we haven't found that has been worth our while. But definitely, I know with working with clients in the beauty industry, definitely worth putting some budget to the social media. But really, I think that from our experiences, start somewhere on the social media platform. Start somewhere where you think, and it might be LinkedIn, it might not be Facebook, you know. Mm-hmm. So just find a platform that you think is going to be the best for you and get good at that. And then rather add in one, rather than you like, here, there, you know, because it's just a drop in an ocean.
If I could just add to that, Shirley, all of that should bring them all to one medium, because otherwise it is like that. So it's going to be Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, all of that. So we're driving everyone onto our database, onto our CRM. And from there, we've got everyone grouped together. We know exactly who we want to be speaking to on a monthly basis, whether it be a newsletter, adding value, inviting them to an event or whatever it may be. Just so otherwise it is going to feel like spaghetti all over the place. So just trying to bring them all into CRM works well.
So for you, if you don't have a CRM, if you're driving them into your landing page, a landing page on your website or a landing page somewhere, that will serve the same purpose, because if you then get their details, you have people that you can then pick up that engagement with. So I think, you know,